women tariff talking in my head, stealing me from my peace of mind. I don't want to play music to drown out their voices. I want to sit in silence. Okay? I want it to be peaceful and quiet, and they're screaming in my head. So I want to, of course, as you can see, my bra strap, I'm changing so they know I'm vulnerable right now. So they're just screaming like nobody's business. And I don't like to record while I'm changing, but it's not like you're going to see anything. I'm just going to face it up to the ceiling, make it clear that it is actually quiet here, and I'd be enjoying it, except there are terrorists screaming in my head. Okay? Trying to, they want me to play music so obnoxiously that my neighbors, they want to make me hysterical. The psycho bitches want to make me hysterical, um, and screaming belligerently, or playing music to where it's disturbing my neighbors. They want me kicked out of here. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Women terrorists screaming in my head. So I want to make it clear, them and their men, that I can't capture their voices on my live stream because they're going to try to pretend like what I was hearing was coming from outside, and absolutely wasn't. Okay, it's solely in my head. They're using the war weapon that they're claiming they need to use to investigate me, to scream in my head. Okay, and I want to make it clear I've been diagnosed schizophrenia because of how chronically they scream in my head. So let me go ahead and make it clear that I can't capture the voices on my live stream.
In Lake Forest, it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Today, you can look for partly sunny weather, with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 67 degrees. Also, there's a heat advisory in effect until Monday, July 27th, 8 p.m.
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11 a.m.
Right now, it's 11 a.m.
I can't get dressed. The terrors talking in my head are hurting me. They're crippling me to the point that I can't get dressed. They don't want me picking out what I want to wear to my son's orientation. He's trying to rip it. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. The men are hurting me. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. And because I'm explaining, they're talking in my head. The men are hurting me. They're trying to rip my shorts. Anything that I have that I can wear to work, they're trying to rip or stain. They're Egyptian American Muslim terrorists. They're talking in my head. They're talking in my head. They're trying to get me to scream. See what I mean? They're talking in my head. They're talking inside my head. The terrorists are talking inside my head. No. No. Because the terrorists talking in my head can't camouflage their voices with the outside and make it look, and obviously there's nothing to investigate here, so they're screaming in my head, and it's like there's 3 or 4 of them. They're Egyptian American Muslim women saying, "You're a fucking bitch, you're a fucking bitch." I mean, just chanting it over and over again in my head. Ha, this isn't a fucking joke, because they're facing the death penalty. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They've been screaming in my head ever since I woke up, every second of the day. Anybody who logs into my live stream knows this already. These psychos are out of their fucking minds, disgusting. I want them sentenced to fucking death. Do you hear me? I can't run from this situation. They're talking in my head. And they keep attacking because they want you in fight mode. They want to isolate you. They want to steer you into dangerous environments. They want you alone and desperate and crying and in places where people they're on high defense because they're in the same like negative scary environment, and these are psycho Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head, and it's attack because my flee mechanism is shut down. I can't run. They're talking in my head, so they're trying so hard to get me kicked out of here, play music really loud. They're just sick. They're sick. They're sick. They're hurt to the point that they're medical, like they're causing me injuries. I'm having a stroke right now, so that I to like try and force me out of here, because they know naturally I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna run. And I don't cuss. They're forcing words out of my mouth. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. They need to be sentenced to death. Now they're making me nauseous because I'm picking out what outfits I want to take with me to my son's orientation. Like my body is shaking. The men are disturbed because now I'm making it obvious the women are trash. They were their own fucking work. The bitches that were cheating. What is the difference between him and fuck his friend? Oh. So the terrorist talking in my head, I want to show you another pair of jeans. Take pictures of everything, honey. Fucking take pictures. This is about evidence and not about not falling. They're, I have to suppress the urges. They're trying to make me scream. They're taking control of me, and they're trying to basically, it's like they start it, they blow the whistle, but they want me to take over. Like they start to get me stirred up, and they want me to continue. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming in my head, saying, "In your face." And they're screaming in my head, them and their men, "In your fucking face, bitch. I'm gonna fucking destroy your life and murder you and your fucking family. Do you fucking hear me? I'm gonna murder you, over and over again in my head." They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming in my head right now, inside of my head. Inside of my head, they're hurting me. They're hurting me. I'm being hurt right now. This is abuse. This is murder. They're murdering me. They're talking in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. Like, I'm gonna make sure you're trafficked into those environments. They're trying to do it before my daughter turns 18. She's 16 right now. Do you hear me? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11:28 a.m.
It's 11:28 a.m.
There is an Egyptian American Muslim woman terrorist screaming in my head saying, "You stupid bitch, I fucked up your face. You stupid bitch, I fucked up your face." They're trying to get me in fight mode because I can't flee. They're screaming in my head, and it's like every second of the day I can't run. And and either way, at this point, I wouldn't be running. I'd be calling the cops, but there's nobody to call the cops on because these psychopaths are terrorists talking inside my head. They're nowhere to be found. I don't know them. I don't know who they are, and they're screaming constantly in my head. The only thing I could do is call paramedics. See, they're making me go cross-eyed. Is call the paramedics because I'm being injured, so that they could check to make sure everything is okay. And continue on going about my day. The terrorists talking in my head are trying so hard to traffic me into an environment infested with drugs and alcohol. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They keep screaming. They want me playing music loud and obnoxious because today is Wednesday. There are people that are working from home, and they want me belligerent, and they want my neighbors to call the cops, and they want to stir up a conversation about me to get me kicked out of here. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Do you hear me? They're talking in my head. The minute I put the phone down, they tried to force words out of my mouth to make me sound violent. They're screaming in my head like, "You forgot to say that all you can do is scream, like the only thing that you can do is scream that you can't flee the situation, and we're trying to force you into, like, they want to condition your behavior. Because they want to traffic you out of here. They want me in this fight mode, arguing back with them when they're murdering me. There's nothing to discuss here. It's all I could do is leave evidence of all the property that they've damaged, all the injuries that they've caused me. Go seek medical attention. That's all I can do. That is I don't know who they are. They're Egyptian American. All I know is they've been telling me, and it's obvious. They speak Arabic and English fluently. They were probably born and raised here, or born in Egypt, brought here young. They speak English fluently. They speak Arabic fluently. Okay? And it's just, this is constant. They're screaming in my head, and they told me they're Muslim, and I believe it. Okay? No doubt in my mind. Not to say that Muslims are like that, but I believe they are. I don't think they're lying about it. I think they want to stir up this conversation about Muslims and Christians and keep people divided. So they did it with intent. But they're a terrorist organization. It's not like they're Muslim. The Islam has nothing to do with this. It's just they're psycho terrorists. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. They're trying to get me to get in fight mode so that they could isolate me. Do you hear me? There's nothing to fight here. They're trying to isolate me because they're trying to condition my behavior to go seek whatever drugs and alcohol and smoking as a way of therapy. Because if I play music, if I call a friend, if I call a therapist, if I go seek go get meds, they sit there and they keep pushing and screaming and attacking physically with the weapon. Like I'm swollen, my face is swollen. okay, to stretch the skin in my forehead. They're pulling on the muscles in my face right here. They made 98% of my hair fall out. And while I'm saying it, they're spitting and they're spitting and they're spitting. Like, no, yeah, I don't want you to just cry about it. I want you to cuss me out, cuss me out, cuss me out. That's all they want. So that because nobody around is around to hear, they're not around here so that so other people could hear. Nobody hears them. Cuss me out, go do drugs, go. Like this is how they're trying to insist on it. And I'm like, there's clearly there are records produced with the telepathy weapon. And I think what they're banking on is if they could accomplish excessively doing it, then it'll be for a segment of time. And after that, it'll sound like it's blending in. And maybe they can find a way to mask it or manipulate it or argue it. They're psycho. They are actually fucking psychotic. Okay. Sure, it's not her. I think we're just women that are on your life. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You're gonna have to tell me if you want to stay with your dad or you, because tomorrow we leave at 7:50 in the morning. terrorists talking in my head. They keep pushing me back and forth like I'm like rocking. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. I've been Disney all morning. I have Bible study tonight, and I've decided to take the day off. And they don't want me packed or doing anything this evening, if I can manage to make it. And so they're trying to slow me down, making me dizzy, making me sick, screaming in my head. So the minute I said that, I don't know, so basically they cue the weapon. Just one word will cue the weapon to attack whatever parts of me. So she said kalba, and she wants it to mimic feelings of anger. She wants the weapon to attack me to mimic feelings of like being upset, being angry. They're trying to put me in this fight or flight mode, and it's not working. And because I'm not fighting and I'm not fleeing and I'm just going about my day trying to ignore them, they are physically trying to take control of me, or they're trying to attack. They're constantly attacking. I mean, they're pulling on the muscles in my face right now because it bothers me. It's irritating. And then, of course, they're damaging the skin to my face. So, I mean, this is constant. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. They're making me bang on things. I lose control. I actually physically lose my ability to take control and like I can, where I have a grip and I'm in control of what I'm doing. Like with focus and direction. They're just like, I just start banging on things. They take control of me. No, I'm making it very clear. That's why they're panicking. I'm making it clear that I'm seeking medical attention for the crimes these terrorists are committing on me with the war weapon that they're using to talk inside my head. I am not looking for alternative remedies to take care of these terrorists. I actually need medical attention. Okay, and it's so chronic, and they're taking advantage of the fact that I have a 16-year-old daughter who by the way, they want to make me look like I don't take care of. Okay, and trying to say go work, but at the same time trying to say, oh, this isn't fun. This isn't fun. Or they're drinking so they want me to avoid medical attention at all costs. I gotta make a call. Somebody